I was just looking around my house this morning going, you know, it's time for a little freshening up. And I thought I would invite my dear friend, Brian Ferguson, to be with us to talk about the design life. And in this next segment, we're going to see some suggestions. So welcome to the show.
Thanks, Angie. Thanks for having me.
How long have you been a designer?
I have been a designer for 11 years now.
What made you make that change in your life?
I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do when I grew up.
How's that working for you?
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay, good. Good to know. Good to know.
I always loved architecture growing up, and I always thought I would be an architect. But I went to Vincennes for a year in architecture. Didn't pan out as I planned, but I knew I always had that passion for design. So I went to school at Ivy Tech here in Evansville and got my associate's degree.
I think that's the first time when I talked to you that I realized they had that program, and you taught.
Oh, yeah.
Over there, didn't you?
I teach occasionally. They asked me to teach this semester, but I've got a big project coming up that I can't commit to teaching, so I'm going to commit to the project.
Well, I know when you're on both sides of that as a student and as a teacher, you begin to see your own talents emerge,
Yes.
I guess your strengths,
yes.
right? And
yeah.
you see that in your students as well.
Oh, yeah. It's very gratifying for me when I learn about myself as I'm teaching, and then also seeing the students grow and see their success, and then, like, I had a hand in that, which is fascinating to me.
Well, it is. I mean, that's the best part of teaching, isn't
Yes.
it? That you really did instill something in them that inspired them to go on with their journey.
Yep.
So now you're downtown at Y Factor on
Yes.
Main Street.
I just started right in pandemic, so March of
you changed
2022.
job right in the
or
pandemic,
2020.
didn't you? Yes. Good plan. Yeah, good plan. It really was a good plan, actually.
It was, actually. It worked out really well. So I started at Y Factor. The owner, Jennifer Scales, has been a huge mentor in my career. So one day she said, "One day you'll be back working for me," and I, of course, didn't believe it. And then she offered me a position, and I'm back there. We just launched Estella Dean Home, which is the retail side, which I'm not a part of, but if my clients want to come in and work with me, we can sell right off the floor.
Good looking stuff, too. I mean, the little bit I've
Yes.
seen of it, I really, really like.
Thank you.
So, talk to us a bit about your design direction. How do you describe the things you do?
Yes, so a good designer will form to anybody's style. That's what I tell my students, actually. If you're a good designer, you will form to anybody's style. But my personal taste is mid-century modern, and I am obsessed with that. I tell my clients to live your style, whether it be the Joanna Gaines look, which I'm not very fond of, but
Works for her, though.
Works for her.
Magnolia Network
Yes.
launching this
Yes.
week, I think, yeah.
And that's great that that works for them. So there's different styles that I tell people, live your style. If you like it, don't be afraid of it.
And I think that's it. For me, having the confidence of a professional kind of verify
Yes.
that, okay, this is really a good direction. Now, I mean, I could tend to go one way all the time, and I think you're really good at mixing it up to say, this is your theme, but...
Yes. I usually ask my clients, how would you describe your personal style or your aesthetic or look in your home? And then I said, there's no wrong answer. And they give me an answer, and I'm like, that's great, but this is the way I see it. So then they get a different take on their style, and then it opens their eyes to getting stuff that they actually love.
And fleshing it out and really making it more interesting.
Yes.
Well, speaking of, we're going to come back with Brian, and he has some photo suggestions to inspire refreshing your home. We'll be right back.